Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Big Promo Cast. Happy New Year. On this show, we like to highlight brands that use merch for marketing and promotions to give our audience some ideas for their own campaigns. We'd love it if you left a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, or even a comment down below this video. I've got a few things to talk about this week. Planet Fitness has a new thing going on with Megan the Stallion. Pringles has an interesting collab with a fancy food company. Did you see the Pop-Tarts bowl? That got a lot of people talking. Chipotle came up with an interesting product. And the boys at South Park have come out with a pretty fun video game package. So let's kick it off. I'm going to start with Planet Fitness. They have hired an influencer to talk about them, Megan the Stallion, to help them break down fitness barriers. And of course, first of the year, everybody's all about getting fit and I'm going to exercise and eat right and all that stuff. She's got a deal where she is the mother fitness. She's got a pretty fun video too. I'll play this right quick.
The landscape of fitness was bleak. Toxic instructors, shady scammers, and Bispo bakes. Mother Fitness was angry.
Megan the Stallion.
Hello, my hot girl. Enough of this toxic nastiness. So she took her hotties to the judgment-free zone. Welcome to Planet Fitness, where everybody can work out in their own way.
Listen to Mother Fitness and join today. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
Where are my legs?
Where are my legs? I love it. But the merch they have is kind of, I don't know, it's crew neck shirts that display big fitness energy and bucket hats and water bottles and sticker sheets. You know, I mean, a bucket hat's not really a fitness thing. Maybe it is. A shirt to work out in, that's good. A water bottle's fine. They could do so much more. They only have like 3 items and it's all on pre-order. I mean, right now, if I'm going to the gym right now, I want this stuff. I want to get in here and get it. And they do have other stuff on this thing that's not part of the collection. Like if you go, you know, they got a dog leash. No, I don't think so. A dog collar, you know, dog stuff for a gym. I mean, you can't take your dog to the gym. So unless you're just flexing the fact that you have a membership, I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. Workout clothes, I'm all about that. Yoga pants, sweatshirts, hoodies, stuff like that. The water bottle, they only have 1 water bottle. That's it. And then they have, of course, a stupid bucket hat. So if I was going to do it, I would add some other stuff. More drinkware, more bottles, more different things. Fitness shakers. You know, they have these shaker cups, you know, because you put protein powder and it's got a thing in there that breaks the powder up when you shake it. Those are good. And then also workout at home stuff. You know, you can't always get to the gym, weather or whatever. Like there's a big stove store going through town. People are always going to be going to the gym, but they could work out in their house. And you could sell them yoga mats or you could sell them resistance bands, stuff like that they could work out in their own house. I mean, they have all these exercises on the app and they do encourage you to work out at home when you're not at the gym. So I think they missed the boat on a couple of things. Alex Hormozy loves the concept of Planet Fitness. No free weights, no chalk, and they keep the most active users out of the gym, so it's super cheap. It's so cheap that a lot of people sign up and don't even go. And they also make it super easy to quit. You know, a lot of times if you're at a gym member, like a different one, LA Fitness maybe, I don't know. If you stop paying or you want to cancel, you got to give them 30 or 60 days notice. They start sending you to collections. It's kind of a mess. Planet Fitness, you just call them on the phone. They say, no problem. We're done. Come back whenever you want. And a lot of times people come back. It's a great way to do things. I'm all about Planet Fitness. Well, I'm all about the concept. I'm not really all about Planet Fitness. Although, you know what? I am one of those guys that pays $20 a month and don't ever go. But you know, what? Don't judge me. The takeaway, you know, I guess the main takeaway is, you know, leveraging celebrity stuff. That's always good. Getting in on something timely, that's always good because it's, you know, first of the year, New Year's resolutions and all that stuff. But they also are trying to get people in the gym that are not gym people, that don't want to go to the gym, that don't want to be judged. And that's their whole angle. And that's perfect. And so that really works for them. That's really all I have for that one. So our buddies at Pringles did a really cool collab with a Caviar company. Caviar. Fancy. They started out at Coachella, which is that big music festival in California. They were in something called the Interscope House. I guess it's one of those exhibits they have there. But they serve guests the Caviar Company's Kaluga hybrid caviar paired with Pringles flavors. And after the event, photos and content on TikTok and Instagram were rapidly and wildly shared. And then, that was just kind of a happenstance thing. So they came up with this really cool set. 3 different sets, really. And it's pretty fancy. It's pretty, it's not cheap either, but, there's the Pringles and Caviar Company Crisp and Caviar Flight for $140. There's the Pringles and Caviar Smoky Shores for $49. And the Salt of the Sea version for $110. And then in each one of these, you get let's just pick one. Let's pick the most expensive one. You get 4 interest-free payments of $35. Can't decide which combination would be your favorite, so here has all of them. 3 flavors of Pringles: the original, sour cream and onion, and barbecue, to pair with white sturgeon caviar and smoked trout roe. I don't know. I'm not a caviar guy, but it might be good. It might be fun. But you get a 1 ounce of sturgeon, 1 ounce of trout, 3 cans of Pringles, 2 disposable spoons, a caviar tin key, and gel ice packs. And I guess the tin key is what is the only keepable merch thing here, besides this fancy box. That fancy box is something else. But the doesn't show the key. Doesn't show the key very well. Anyway, there it is. That's the key that opens the can, opens the whatever. I don't know what these jars consist of. However hard it is to open them, I don't know. It's very fancy though. Very, very fancy. There it is. It looks like it's on a keychain. Pairing of caviar and Pringles is the epitome of high-low snacking. I've never heard of high-low snacking, but there you go. While sales figures were not disclosed, the collaboration exceeded expectations. So the takeaway here is to collaborate with people that you don't think. Like, I could see Pringles doing something, like you see those recipes on TikTok all the time that people dump, a bunch of crap in a 13x9 pan, a hunk of cream cheese in the middle and a bunch of dry pasta, a bunch of spaghetti sauce, bake it for 45 minutes, and supposedly it comes out cooked. I don't think any of that really works. Maybe it does, but I'm not willing to try it. But do stuff like that. Figure out a way to include, like taking a can of Pringles and crunching them all up and making a topping. Like, that green bean casserole? That's where that stuff came from. People just experimenting. Actually, that was a lady that worked for Campbell's experimenting with mushroom soup. And then she figured out how to dump a can of shoestring onions on top of it. Is that what they call them? Shoestring onions? Anyway, it made this green bean casserole, and it was fantastic. It's been going on for 50 plus years. So there's your takeaway. Do collabs with brands that aren't necessarily in your space, that don't compete with you, but kind of, I could see Pringles doing stuff with a Mexican food place like hot sauce, salsa, or with, I think Pringles makes a corn chip, so they could do chips and dip. They could do nachos. I can see Pringles doing a lot of stuff. The whole idea is to generate buzz around your products. Because even people that don't eat caviar are going to think about Pringles when they go to the store next time. That's all I have about that one. Did you see that football game a few weeks ago? The Pop-Tarts Bowl? Man, the world went nuts for that Pop-Tarts character. He was all over the field. He was screwing around with the refs, dancing around the town. And at the end, they ate him. It was unbelievable. Because of all the hype and the buzz, they're saying that they got $12 million worth of exposure. The people that know how to figure that stuff out. After the game, he was eaten and he will die. He will be his own last meal. That was pretty funny. But you know what? When you go to the Pop-Tarts website, there's the guy right here, strawberry Pop-Tart in the middle. That's the one that was the mascot of the bowl, I guess. But you can't buy any of these as like mascots you can buy. In fact, they don't have any official merch on this whole site. Pop-Tarts merch. They do have football merch. And the football merch is football. Do people care about the game? I think people care more about that stupid mascot. And that mascot was fun. He was the life of the party. So they got footballs, they got hats, they got sweatshirts, they got t-shirts, blah, 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 blah. Lapel pins, bucket hats again, drink koozies. But you know what? They don't have any plush toys. If you go to Google, you can find all kinds of knockoff Pop-Tarts merch. Because people set up these Etsy stores and they make their own. They got a color printer. They make transfers, whatever. Heat press. You got to take control. Well, not to take control. These people this is going to happen anyway, but you might as well capitalize. If the world is wanting to buy Pop-Tarts mascot t-shirts, sell it to them. Don't worry about the bowl. If they want to buy little plush toys, sell it to them. Keychains, I don't know. I think everybody that went to that game should have at least got and maybe they did. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it. So I think everybody that went to the game should have at least got a little Pop-Tarts keychain with that little guy on it. That would have been cool. And you know what? Pop-Tarts are owned by an outfit called Kellanova. And Kellanova also owns Cheez-Its. So if you go to the Cheez-Its, they had a bowl game as well, Citrus Bowl, and they have the same stuff. They've got T-shirts, football. It's the same identical information with different colors and different logos on it. It's all exactly the same. No imagination whatsoever. Well, wait a minute. What's this Herky hat? That's kind of fun. What is that? A hat with 2 bills? No, that's just a hat with 2 things on the side. Okay, I thought it was a hat with 3 bills on it. So that would have been fun, but they don't have that either. But I know Cheez-Its can do stuff because they have a really fun merch section. They've got this 2-tone T-shirt with a pocket. They've got, a beanie cap. They got flip-flops. They got all kinds of fun stuff. In fact, we did a show a while back about how Cheez-Its took over a gas station in Joshua Tree, California. It's like a tourist attraction type thing with a big cowboy holding a muffler. And they made that guy hold a Cheez-It pump so you could fill up on Cheez-Its while you pulled into the gas station. And all the inside of the store was Cheez-Its, and all the souvenirs were Cheez-Its, and all the postcards were Cheez-Its. So Kellanova knows how to do marketing. So I don't know why they didn't do it for Pop-Tarts. I mean, maybe maybe they didn't need to because they still got $12 million worth of exposure, but still, I think it would have been better to make it last a little longer, give people some more takeaway stuff to hold on to, But that was funny in the end. He's live and he's jumping around. He's jumping on top of that toaster and he hops down in there, and then out comes a big fat cooked Pop-Tart, and all the players and coaches start eating them. It's crazy. It was something else. Our buddies at Chipotle have come up with it's sold out now, but it was a brilliant idea. They call it a fan-inspired car napkin holder. The deal is that people go to Chipotle and pick up their food to go, or they eat there or whatever, but they take way more napkins than they need to keep them in the car. Chipotle says, let's capitalize on this. So they made a merch item they sold for $30, and it's a vegan leather visor clip napkin holder thing that holds Chipotle napkins. Fan-inspired car napkin holder designed for the perfect gift for those who enjoy car mukbangs. Now, I've seen that word tossed around. I never knew what it was. It's a South Korean eating TV show or something. So whenever you have a show and you're eating on camera, it's a mukbang. Anyway, so there you go. But these things are pretty awesome. They're made of vegan leather, and they hold, I don't know how many they hold. They hold a handful. I guess you go in there and get a handful whenever you want them. This napkin holder is made from vegan cactus leather, perfect for storing all those extra napkins you unintentionally took for Chipotle for your viral car mukbang. Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I know what a mukbang is now, but I don't see people doing it. So anyway, doing fun stuff like this, taking advantage of the thing that, people are stealing your stuff. Oh, let's make them really want it. That's awesome. And the takeaway, I guess, is, if you see people treating your product a certain way or your brand a certain way, enhance it, capitalize on it. They're encouraging people to take more napkins now, but you know what? They've got a branded thing in their car. Top of mind, man. It's about being top of mind. Where do you want to go to lunch? Oh, there's a Chipotle thing right above my head. And then you have people, I don't know, if you really have people in their car eating Chipotle, using those napkins from the visor right above them for their mukbangs, whatever that is. However you say it. I don't even know how you say it. Probably not that way. I don't speak South Korean. I don't know the accent. I do not want to get canceled for trying to say it. That's all. I'm going to stop talking. That's all I have for this one. Mukbang. Our buddies at South Park. Matt and Trey, they have come out with a video game. I think they've got a few video games out, but this one's called Snow Day. The game itself is only $30, but they have a collector's edition that has some really cool merch included. The whole concept is crazy. It's a snow day, and you as the player are the new kid in town, and you get to help them do what they're doing. They fight people with snowballs and all this crazy stuff. The collector's edition includes a copy of the game, of course, 6 tarot cards, an original soundtrack, I guess it's a CD, I don't know, 3 Cartman-themed items, which is a beanie that looks like his, a snow globe, and a talking toilet paper holder. They had this video on the GameStop site. I'm going to play this right quick.
Please flush the toilet. It's a snow day, dude.
I don't know, man. I think it's crazy. But the game itself, like I said, it's only $30. They say that's cheap. And it's really, the art is fantastic. It's, 3D and they're running around and blowing stuff up. It's really cool. It's got a rated M for mature rating. So, of course, there's going to be some language probably, maybe some blood and guts. Who the heck knows? I'm all about South Park. And it's amazing that those guys have done with that what they have done. It's crazy. And it's, it's awesome. Just goes to show you. The game focuses on team-based 4-player co-op. Meaning you can play you with a bunch of your friends, or you can play by yourself during a blizzard in South Park using various weapons in a snow-covered setting. So what do you have? Maybe you need to make a collector's edition of whatever you sell and toss in some merch to go with it. I mean, that snow globe is unreal. A little Cartman snow globe is fantastic. So maybe you've got a Mascot. Maybe you're an auto parts store and you've got a Manny Mo and Jack type thing, like a Pet Boys. Maybe you've got a guy, or like I've got a guy. I've got my little, this little guy. You can put him inside a snow globe or inside something. I don't know. Something you could do. Maybe you don't have a Mascot like that. Maybe you've got something else, but just think outside the box. Think of different things that your fans would love. You can give it to them or you could sell it. You could also come up with theme bundles, like bundle your thing with something that doesn't compete. Maybe you're a barbecue restaurant and there's a bar across the street and you could come up with something to go together. If you're the barbecue place, you have cornhole bags and you give it to them to use for their cornhole game, that kind of thing. That's all I have for South Park. I'm not fat, I'm just big boned. Screw you guys. I'm going home. That's all I have for this one, folks. Thanks for paying attention. If you liked it, tell your friends. If you didn't like it, tell your friends. See you next time. Thanks for watching, y'all. YouTube's going to show you one more video. Sorry. How's it? Over here? It's over here. Thanks for watching, y'all. YouTube's going to show you 2 more videos right here. Pick one of those. What a mess. What a deal. End.